Hello everyone, and thank you very much for watching. This is me, Mr. P, and in this video I will show you how to replace a drive inside the mirrored RAID in Proxmox. So let's begin. What you see in front of you is my Galaxy cluster containing 4 nodes, and one of the nodes name is Blade. This is a Zima Blade single board computer that I've done a review video about it not so long ago. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below if you want to go and check it out. Everything looks fine, no errors, all the drive is okay, CastOS virtual machine is running. I can go and let's say and ping Cloudflare to see if it's all working, functioning, and etc. If I click on the node name, in this case it's going to be Blade, and I scroll down into this option list and look for ZFS. If I click on that, I do see ZFS with the name ZFS is here. Size is 2 terabytes, as is mirrored across two 2 terabyte Samsung SSDs. Everything is looking okay. But what if it's not looking okay? What if one of the drive is basically dead or is stopped functioning, or you want to replace it because of, let's say, the wear and tear is exceeding the limit? As you can see, one of the drive is 4% and another one drive is 2%. Let's say I want to replace the 4% drive with something new. I do have 2 SSD drives connected to my Zima Blade, and I have one 2 terabyte Crucial drive ready for be replaced or be used as a replacement for one of the Samsung drives. Step 1, what I need to do is identify exactly which drive it is. Proxmox helps by displaying the serial number. So serial number that I want to, or drive that I want to replace, have a serial number 2285J. So I'm going to go and check exactly which drive it is. Let's have a look. So 225J is going to be this one. So this is going to be the drive I need to go and replace. Next step, I need to shut down my Blade node. Some of the servers, some of the home lab computers or devices or hardware that you're using, they will support hot swap. So that means that you can take the drive out and put the new one in while the machine is still running. Zima Blade do not support that, so for me to replace this drive, I actually need to go and shut down the Zima Blade. So I'll go and press on a shell under power under Blade, select shell, and I can type power off, or I can press this button. I like to do by a terminal to make sure that I'm definitely shutting down the right node. So I'm going to write power off and press enter. And right now I just need to wait for this node to go offline. And now Blade node showing the red X next to the name, which indicates that Proxmox cluster lost connection to this node and potentially the node can be offline. Sometimes Proxmox web UI gets delayed, so as you can see it's still showing that CastOS VM is running, but the actual node is offline. So right now I need to go and find the right drive and get that swapped. When you're swapping the drive especially with the mirror, is not that kind of a big chance that you will mess up. But if you're replacing drive inside a bigger RAID, you need to definitely make sure that you're pulling out the right drive and you're swapping the right drive. Otherwise you will take the fully functioning drive, swap of something else while the broken drive is linked to the RAID or to the ZFS pool. So I know that mine is 22 something something J. So this is the one I need to go and replace. So node is offline. I'm just gonna make sure that it's definitely not gonna basically kick in and get the power. I'm just press the smart plug just to stop providing the power to Zima Blade. So next thing, I need to remove the drive that I want to replace. In this case it's going to be this, and I'm just going to double check that it is definitely 2285J. So this is the drive I'm swapping or I'm removing, and I'm adding the Crucial drive, 2 terabytes. When you're changing the drives in the mirror, you need to obviously swap the drive to the same capacity drive. So if you have 2 mirror drives, 1 terabyte each, you need to obviously buy the new drive with 1 terabyte each. If you will buy another drive of 2 terabytes or more, that all the storage above 1 terabyte will be useless because it's not going to be used. So if you have a mirrored with 2 terabytes each, you need to get the new 2 terabyte drive, and so on. If it's 8 and 8, the new drive needs to be 8 terabytes. So right now I will plug in the Crucial drive. That's plugged in. So I definitely gonna make sure that I'm taking the right drive off the RAID or disconnecting from the Zima Blade. Now I will provide the power to Zima Blade and wait for this device to start. Proxmox node or Zima Blade device is started, and I can see the green tick next to the name. That means the status is online, as you can see if I mouse over the node. And now if I click on this node, scroll down a bit and click on ZFS, I do see a message saying is degraded, which is fine because we just swapped the drive, and this is the drive is unavailable. If I scroll all the way to the right, it's showing me that it was this line, or it was the drive dev disk by ID and the rest of them. So now we need to go and replace the drive. First thing, I need to click on the disks and make sure that the drive that I just added is all fully formatted. This is the drive I added in, just confirming that model number SSD1 or starts with CT2000. Just double check inside the crucial or on the crucial drive sticker and just make sure that this is the drive. Before adding the drive to the Z pool, you need to first wipe it. If it's a brand drive, obviously it's going to be empty, but as you can see, this drive some time ago was a part of ZFS, so I don't want to get ZFS get confused. I'm just going to go and wipe. So right now the drive is completely wiped, it's empty, and the device location is dev/SDA. I'll click on the node of where the ZFS pool is located. I can't just go on one of these nodes and start doing this. I need to click on actual node where ZFS is created and click on a shell. Inside the shell, which is linked to a Proxmox node, Blade Proxmox node, I can type zpool status just to confirm that it is definitely degraded. And I can see that it is degraded and showing this drive is unavailable. What I need to do next, I need to copy all this line. So all this, that is was, and all this, it sometimes can be much longer. Sometimes it's just going to be a couple of letters. I'm just going to right click on this and choose copy. So this is being copied. Oh, my face is blocking. So I'm just going to go and do this. So this is the thing you need to copy all this line where it says was and copy all this line to the end. So once that is copied, I will just, let's say, clear the screen and I'll type zpool replace and the name of your ZFS. In my case, my ZFS pool name is ZFS. And now I need to enter the old drive ID number or old drive description, name, and etc. How ZFS identified this drive before, and that is the line. That is the line we copied. And before going and running command, I just want to make sure that I'm going to link the right drive, and the new drive is under SDA. So right now I will go in the shell and say, type this zpool replace inside ZFS pool with the name ZFS, plonk the address of the old drive and then followed by address of a new drive and press enter. Once this command is running, it's gonna give a bit of like hanging. It's gonna feel like nothing's happening, but straight away it's brought me back to a terminal so I can start typing again. And what's happening right now in the background, if I'll click on a ZFS and double click on this, I can see that the drive is being added. The drive is being added and is gonna start doing resilvering, which means that it's making sure that the drive is properly added into a pool and the drive is containing exactly the same data that the correct drive is containing. Because it's mirrored, it needs to contain exactly the same data between two drives. So this is where the resilvering happening. And I can expand this a bit, which will show me that resilvering will finish in 30 seconds. If I reload in 5 seconds, if I reload again and again, 1 second, again, and here we go, my ZFS mirror is back online and running. Okay, it took like 30 seconds or so for this to complete because that's all it's storing in here is just one drive, 34 gigabytes drive. There is one virtual machine drive, there is one container drive, and pretty much that is it. So it took less than a minute to get everything done. But let's say with your setup, if you have a mirrored ZFS pool with 2 8 terabyte drive and they're pretty much almost full, or half full, migrating 4 terabyte drives during the resilvering process will take some time. It will take not minutes, it might take an hour, sometimes even a couple of days. So when you're getting this ready, just make sure that your Proxmox cluster will not have any huge loads happening during that resilvering process. I would recommend to do that overnight. Let's say when there is less traffic to your home lab server. So before you go to bed, you just set everything up, start running, and hopefully in the morning you wake up and your ZFS pool will be up and running, and it will be happy, and it will show you the green tick that everything up and running. So this is how you replace the mirror drive inside ZFS pool in Proxmox. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.